Hello and welcome to The Wave from Ocean Reef, a podcast about the flow of life today and how you and I might ride with or swim against it. I'm Dan Meyer, Chaplain-in-Residence at the beautiful Ocean Reef community in Key Largo, Florida, and here's The Wave for today. Have you ever heard someone say that they'd had an experience where they got good and mad? Did you ever wonder how it was that they were good and angry at the same time? The emotion of anger gets a bad rap sometimes. A lot of us were raised to think that to be good people, we've got to be a bit like Mr. Rogers. We've believed that the moral goal was to become perpetually placid persons, folks who never get chafed about anything. I read once about a man named Leonard Hasling, who got very angry one night while watching the 6 o'clock news. Hundreds of people had died in an airliner crash in Washington, D.C. because the plane's wings had iced up, making it too heavy to fly. The more Leonard thought about the loss of those precious lives and the pain it caused their families, the hotter and hotter Hasling became, till that heat became the crucible of invention. Hasling came up with an idea. He knew that opposite electrical charges attract and like charges repel. What if, he wondered, we wrapped a thin sheet of rubber around an airplane wing, and if we embedded with wire ribbons that wrapping that could carry electrical current? When we threw the switch on, wouldn't the positive wires jump away from each other, as would the negatives, breaking the ice that had frozen to the layer of rubber above them? Why, it would be like snapping a hall carpet and watching the dust fly. It turned out that Hasling's invention could pulverize ice an inch thick on the surface of a wing, yet it used no more power than a single landing light, and it cost less than an airplane tire. It's so simple, lightweight, and cheap, it's nauseating, says Hasling. It was an innovation with the capacity to save countless lives, all because Leonard Hasling got good and angry watching the evening news. Methodist Bishop Melvin Wheatley once observed that there are situations in life in which the absence of anger is actually the essence of evil. For example, if someone came up to you on the street and slugged your mom in the face and you did not get angry, we'd have to say, "What's wrong with you?" To paraphrase Henry Ward Beecher, people that do not know how to be angry over injustice do not know how to be good. When our heart and our mind are working properly, anger serves like a helpful alarm system. It alerts us when something good is under attack. Like the sensation of pain, a sudden flush of anger invites us to fight or flee or do something constructive to change the conditions. Our anger can serve as a warning to others that they've stepped where they shouldn't. And in this sense, anger is not only pardonable, it is essential to the preservation of what is just and good. I want to reflect with you in the next episode on some of the limits and the liabilities of anger. But for today, my question is this: is there something you and I ought to get good and mad about? And how might that passion drive us to do something wonderfully creative? That's today's Wave from Ocean Reef. If you know of others who might appreciate this sort of content, I hope you'll pass it along or encourage them to find me on Spotify, Apple, or other podcast outlets. Until next time, I'm Dan Meyer, hoping that the flow of life is good for you.